Things we conquer fear. But when the silence falls, we'll still be here. Wrong. It's been a hell of a night already. You know that? Well, this is going to be a fun night. And in the area that has bullshit service. What's up, Ollie, bro? What's up, Sky, brother? How are y'all doing? And whoever else is in this, you know, wonderful, wonderful little live stream that we have. But tonight is going to be open, you know, late night open panel. Free discussions, talk, whatever you want to do tonight. So get what you want, you know, whatever ideas you have, whatever discussions you want to talk about. I don't care what it is tonight, right? Uh, uh, Tell Bat I said, how you doing, beautiful? So, if anybody, you know, gonna be like this all night long. It's going to be crappy internet service and everything going on. Uh, how you doing, sis? You doing all right tonight, huh? So, let me. Yeah, something's not right tonight. Supposedly, you know, if you read the Farmer's Almanac and all that stuff, you know, Farmer's Almanac's been around for God knows how long. Ah, gotcha. Well, it's good to sit back and relax, eh? But you know, if you read the Farmer's Almanac and everything, even the Farmer's Almanac is online. They don't, you know, they still make the old school paper books and everything that's supposed to tell you for the year. But you know, yeah, yeah, and something you don't ever want in your mouth is a Matthew hair. Anyway, but you know, the Farmer's Almanac said that this fall and winter is going to be the strangest falls and winters in the last 50 years. All right. Yeah. Give me a second. 3 more cops just showed up. Be right back.
In the shadows where the lost ones crawl, echoes of despair and chilling call. Fire burns in the ashes of our fate. Whispers of the fallen, it's far too late. When the skies bleed red, we will fade away. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. Oh yeah. With shattered dreams and a heart of stone, we rise from the wreckage, we stand alone. The end is near, but we refuse to yield. Our spirit ignites, a battle revealed from the depths of night. We reclaim the day. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos, we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. For when the silence falls, we'll still be here. In the end of all things, we conquer fear. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I'm back. So, anyways, yeah, the Farmer's Almanac says there's something going on with Jupiter intersecting the Orion's belt waves or something like that, and it's going to be halting a lot of winter production in farms. You know, a lot of the what do they call them? The earthy and root, vegetables, stuff like that. Potatoes, beets. Anything that is a root vegetable is not going to produce or is not going to produce as many as it should. Yeah. And it's getting to that point where the world is actually fighting back with us. Because the way that, you know, we have screwed up the world for countless of generations. The world needs to, the world needs to heal. We have too many humans in this world that is abusing and, you know, suffocating the world. And that's the truth. Humans are not dying like they were 1,000 years ago. What's up, Jimbo? How you doing? The world, we are constantly forcing plants to grow. We are constantly forcing plants to absorb every single nutrient. What's up, Amber? How you been? How you been, girl? It is put to straight all the. It's put to straight all the world. There's only so many times you could overturn the earth. There's so many times that you can add nutrients to the earth and grind it back in. Oh, I'm doing good, Amber. I'm doing good. It's been so long. I'm glad to see you, girl. But you know, but that goes to show how many people is in this earth, on this planet that is constantly needing food every day, that's constantly abusing our resources, stuff like that. Oh yeah, it has been, Amber. It's been a minute, girl. So, like I said, tonight is a free for all. Tonight is an open panel discussion, whatever that piques everybody's interest. I'm I've went back to the free StreamYard right now because I never updated my information, so it knocked me back to the free. Um, so I can only have 6 up here. What's up, Bootsy sis? How you doing? So I'm gonna put in the link into the chat. Whoever wants to join can. And I may, because it's Saturday night, all the crackheads and everything are going to be out. So I'm going to have to, I will every so often have to, excuse myself from the conversation. But I will be back, okay? So let me put it in the chat and we will get this ball rolling, all right? It's been a minute since I've had to do this. There we go. So, anyway, whoever wants to join up, whoever wants to join in, you can. I can have 5 people up here, so whatever y'all wish to do. If you wish to join, just click that link, alright? Nah, sis, I'm at a dual purpose area. Bus stop slash underground bunker safety facility for national for like state emergency. It's all good, Sky brother. It's all good. But yeah. The no problem, Wally. Like I said, links in the chat and everything. I can run my mouth for y'all know me, I can run my mouth for hours at a time. Ain't no problem. I'm going to start doing live streams more often, like I said. I'm trying to get my business together. Okay, sorry about that. Yep. Yep. It's because we don't have the stockpiles that we used to. Jimbo, that's the thing. No state, smaller states don't have the resources, don't have the backup supplies that we used to have. The military, FEMA, stuff like that, they don't have the resources that they used to. A lot of the money and a lot of the resources that FEMA had as backstock was used, abused, and left in Louisiana during Katrina. You could still go to abandoned schools and everything in New Orleans and see thousands of cases of water and MREs and everything that were just left in New Orleans after Katrina. That hurt everything else. Plus, the continuation of natural disasters that happened around the world, that we donated X amount of water and X amount of MREs and X amount of emergency rations to other countries after Katrina. Correct, Sky. Correct. I got you, Amber. Yeah, that put the wear on you. I know that. But we do not have stockpiles anymore. And when an emergency happens, we've destroyed our stockpiles for our own natural disasters. And that landslide of not being prepared, not being able to have a reserve to rely on. That's why I do this. That's why I tell you to keep 3 months worth of food in your house. Technically forever foods, pasta, beans, spices, because the government is not going to come and help you. The government will not be there to help you. The government is going to be there as a political scheme to show that they're trying to help, but they won't help. You have to rely on yourself. You always have to rely on yourself because the government is not going to be there. Yeah, Wally. Yeah. Correct. We, at this facility itself, has a constant supply of MREs, has a constant supply of water coming in, and it's put into an underground bunker for a natural disaster, for, like you said, Wally, the 1%. There is people that have been given a number, and if a natural disaster happens, this bunker is only allowed to keep a certain amount of people for a certain amount of months. And if your number is too far up on the list and not in the single digits, you are the first ones to be kicked out after X amount of time. The ones that have single digits or low double digits, it's from 1 to 20. 1 to 20 is the elite people that they keep in there. It is, Sky. It is. And people like Camilla Harris and everything saying that there's no active military in any active war zone right now is a bunch of bullshit. She's lying to people that do not do their research, that do not listen to the news, that do not worry. That, these gullible sheep that do not listen and do not worry. There has not been a single time that our military has never been at an active war area. What's up, Nightmare? How you doing, brother? What's up, C4? How are you? Correct, James. But the thing is the reason why we do controlled burning and everything, the reason why we allow burning to happen is to feed back nutrients and carbon back into the soil, because our soil is dying. We have to have controlled burning to feed nutrients back into the earth. They are, and we are. The government is sabotaging our own country, making it seem like our country is the greatest country in the world, which it's not. Our country is a lie. Our country has not been the greatest country in the world since World War II. Correct, Sky. Correct. It is. Why do you think they're burning? Why do you think they allow the burning to continue in California? It's because California, in the end, California is going to become. It's a conspiracy theory, but it's always been a conspiracy theory. It's been a conspiracy theory since the 1950s. California is supposed to be turned into a gigantic farmland. California is supposed to be the only state in a worldwide emergency, that is going to be shut off from the public. You know the quote, California is going to fall off the map with earthquakes. No. That is a conspiracy theory in itself. When they say California is going to fall off the map, they mean that California is going to be blocked off from the rest of the country. And California, from the north to the south, is going to be turned into a gigantic farmland. And the residents there are going to be forcefully put into labor to work those farms to feed the rest of the country in a countrywide emergency. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Amber. Yeah. California is not going to be anymore when push comes to shove. That's why people are told to leave California in the next 50 years. They emphasize 50 years. Yes, ma'am, Amber. Uh, I mean, C4, there's a lot of theories. I mean, you do get the carbonization of the wood and everything. You know, charcoal, stuff like that. Even charcoal is considered the one of the purest purification elements in anything. Activated charcoal. Activated charcoal can purify water. Activated charcoal can purify air. Activated charcoal can purify even the most polluted of lands. Nightmare. Mm, I understand your feeling, Wally. Correct, James. Correct. What they are doing is a publicity stunt. California is one of the greatest vineyard vineyards in all of America. California produces the greatest number of grapes in all the states. They lie to you. If you look through the southern part of California going to Mexico and everything, you see hundreds and hundreds of windmills. You see hundreds of grape producing vineyards out there. They also have in the southern part of California and everything, you see a great production of cows, chickens. You see opened air farms in California. You're also seeing in California a lot of microgreen farming. California produces a lot more than they allow you to see or hear because California is that. California is going to be the production of every other state out there. Correct, Waldy. We depend on California for a lot of our vegetables. Right, that bear. Right. What's up, Razor? How you doing, brother? That's the thing. The world allows you to see what the world wants you to see. The government only allows you to see what they want you to see. You know, in COVID in 2021, in 2021 when COVID happened, you know how many potatoes that California was made to hide and burn and destroy during the crisis, during the distribution crisis of COVID. There was over 8.1 trillion pounds of seeded potatoes that California was told to destroy to put the fear of distribution scares into the human population. Same thing as North and South Dakota. Same thing in Oklahoma. All of this stuff was to make people scared that we did not have enough food or enough seeds to produce during a crisis like COVID. Hey, Freaky, how you doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Braves. I'm glad to hear that. Correct, guys. We want to keep that outsourced. We want to keep that going. We want to have that outsourcing of our vegetables, of our livestock, stuff like that, to other countries to keep good graces with other countries. We don't care about our own people anymore. We care more about outsourcing to other countries 24/7 because that's the way we keep our allies happy. It's all good, Nightmare, brother. Why do you think? Why do you think the government? If you look back at the FBI whistleblower, the FBI whistleblower, what is his name? Daniel McDonald or something like that, that resigned from the FBI. He was an intelligence officer about keeping self awareness and self preservation for the human, for the normal populace. He said before he resigned in the Senate and everything, he told everybody to keep also 3 months of food in your pantries and everything because of the upcoming events that was going on. And that was 6 months ago. You've never seen him again. He told people to also keep family close because, and also to keep your land safe and fertile because he said hard times is coming upon this country. He said that on open air, and then it was automatically taken off of the air. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Tobacco prices have dropped considerably. Everything has dropped considerably and considerably. Yep. Trying to buy, you cannot buy hand rolled tobacco anymore because of Obama. Obama shut off the hand rolled tobacco. Obama cleared out a lot of these self rolling tobacco companies, also these private industries, because of, oh, what is it? The cigarette corporation, you know, J.P. Morgan or something like that, that runs Marlboro, Winston, everything. You know, there is over 120 different brands of cigarettes in the United States, right? And you know it's all ran and owned by the Marlboro Corporation. Lucky Strike, Winston, Marlboro, Salem, every one of these cigarettes is owned by the same corporation. And they make different paychecks from each one of these companies. I understand, James. I understand, brother. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Philip Morris. Yeah. That's it. Thank you, brother. I could have looked in my pocket and looked who owned. Yeah, the Morris Corporation and everything owns every American branded cigarette. Yes, there is European cigarettes. There's, Canadian branded cigarettes. There's, independently owned cigarette companies other than, the Philip Morris company. Yes, sir. Well, yep. And people say, oh, don't blame, the only black president that we have. Well, the thing is I'm not blaming the only black president. I'm blaming on what he allowed happen through the Democratic Party. And Biden kept that going also. Right, C4. Yeah. But here's the thing 90% of the population smoke. Okay? That's not a lie. Either vaping, cigars, whatever. You could be 420 friendly. That's still considered smoking, you know? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Razor. Yeah. The, the Pope's era, everything comes to an end. Everything. You know, soon money is not going to be a thing anymore. Humans can make a currency out of anything. I mean, look at Fallout, okay? Fallout, if you actually look and listen to Fallout, video games, all that stuff, they said it themselves. Humanity will make anything. Humanity is like a raven. Humanity likes anything that is shiny and pretty. We, as humans, put currency into inanimate objects that serve no purpose. Nothing. Silver, gold, titanium, platinum. That all, even jewels, they serve no actual purpose except for diamonds, except for gold, silver, and that can be used for other resources, electrical, properties. That's it. They want to they want to make you the government wants to blind you from actual they want to put an inanimate object in your hand that serves no purpose and take your mindset away from things that do hold purpose. Chickens, pigs, cows, stuff that is going to feed you and your family. They want to take you away from that. So it's just like these paid off survivalists, these paid off preppers. They say, oh, put all your money in gold and silver and jewels. Put all your money into that. But buy canned food. Buy canned food. Buy beans and rice. But don't put your money in true assets. Chickens, cows, pigs, things that are going to produce and keep producing. Because if you have those animals, if you have livestock, you are king. Correct. The thing is humans have no real skills. When I was in school, vocational schools stopped. I was the last generation to have a vocational school to teach you actual skills of survival, skills that's going to help. You have to go to trade schools now to learn how to build a house, to run electricity, to do masonry work. You used to be able to learn that in high school, and you could take your journeyman's license from high school and get a job automatically. Can't do that no more. Can't. Real trade skills that is going to do something in end times. So you have a skill that you can trade for food. You can build somebody a fucking house and get 2 cows. You can build somebody, a fence to go around their property and get chickens. Can't do that no more. Correct. You can raise her, but what happens when you put all your money and all your backings into gold? What happens when the price of gold can drop in a second? What happens when the stock market crashes again, like the Great Depression? What does that gold get you? Look at Venezuela. Look what happened out there. Look what happened in Russia. Okay? When the stock market decided to drop the value of the dollar. When there was nothing coming into Russia or anything like that, people were starving. Even in Venezuela, people were given their gold and everything for a loaf of bread. Hills, grains, wheat, stuff like that take over the value of a gold bar. Right. Right, Ray. Right, brother. Correct, Skies. Correct. People want to cater to the weak. 1,000 years ago, the strong was made to survive. The weak were overtook them. The weak were made. Look at Genghis Khan. Okay, Genghis Khan took the weak and sacrificed them. He put them in front of his army, his strong army, and marched them forward into a castle or into a fortification. You used their own people against them. Genghis Khan was the greatest leader in the world over any other leader. That's why his DNA is in every single man in this world today, is because he was the greatest and he knew how to use it. Correct, guys. Correct, Razor. Correct. Now you're understanding. We have no gold in Fort Knox. Ask any military person. They will tell you that Fort Knox is completely empty. Fort Knox is a illusion. We say that all the gold in the United States is guarded by the military at Fort Knox, which is bullshit. Correct. It's made out of tin. It's made out of, what is it? There's another metal. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. We do not have the abundance of gold anymore. Just look at the TV show that Gold Hunters or whatever, Alaska Gold Hunters. Look how much dirt is constantly moved every day just for a 14-ounce jar, a mason jar of gold dust. We do not have the gold anymore that we say we do. We don't. Oh, you're good, Skies. Nobody in this world is going to know everything. I'd be a damn liar saying I know everything. I don't. There is no one person in this world that knows everything. Even the glorious Neil deGrasse Tyson, blah, blah, blah. He can piss off. I mean, these people, I mean, even, Neil deGrasse Tyson was Bill Nye's subordinate. If you look back in time and everything, Neil deGrasse Tyson was a sub character on Bill Nye's TV show. Neil deGrasse Tyson was the rat on Bill Nye's show. It goes to show this world will make you forget everything you know and accept everything that TV shows you. Yes. Yes. 90% of the stuff is common sense. Definitely common sense. All of this stuff that we know, we should have known, we should know normally. But we allow fear and everything else, TV, to misguide us. And we forget. Common sense is lost. There is no need for common sense in this world. It's just like I was saying about vocational trade schools. Vocational trade schools are no more. You know why? It's because they don't want you to know vocational trades anymore. They want you to learn skills in computer science. They want you to learn skills in everything and anything that is not going to prepare you for end days. All these people that have put all their money into these fake diplomas, these not fake diplomas, but useless diplomas. Look at me. I have a master's in cultural anthropology, right? What do I do for work now? I'm a fucking security guard. I should have went to trade school. I should have did what my grandparents told me to. Take a real skill. Correct, Razor. Correct. Yes. I mean, if you want to look at the White House, the White House was based on Roman design and built by a Frenchman. Correct. The USA is the new Rome, and it's going to burn. Our cities have already burned. Look how many times the world has burnt down the White House, and how many times the White House has been rebuilt. I mean, I know the foundation that the White House has been built on has been. I know the recent, the now, the White House that we know now was built on something else. I know that. But the very first ones, the very first two were built. The one that we have now, nobody knows how it was. There's no historical records about the newest White House. But the very first, I mean, the very first two were built by a Frenchman on Roman designs with Egyptian hints and Greek add-ins. Yeah, George Carlton That's the thing, Nightmare. George Carlton and a lot of these older people and everything, just like Cat Williams. If you listen to Cat Williams and stuff, the world is more corrupt. The world is a gigantic lie. Oh yes, guys, yeah. Yeah, Razor, yeah. Our world, this country, is a amalgamation of ancient history. You know, the even our social structure is founded on the last ideology of Rome, the first citizen, the president. Yeah. You know, you have to have power to know the true inner workings of this world. We are only fed tidbits of true information. We are. Unless you want to dedicate your life and your sanity into reading stockpiles of books. But even reading the stockpiles of books, you don't understand the whole entire true concept of everything. Because you have to be in it to understand it. Correct, guys, you do. You do disappear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every 1,000 years, something happens. If you look at it throughout history, every 1,000 years, there's a gap in history. There's a gap of written history, and it comes back around. There's about 3 months to 6 months of unwritten history every 1,000 years. In that 3 to 6 months, a lot changes. A lot can change. Yeah, 1,000 year age. And this is the starting of the new 1,000 years. Well, the end of the 1,000 years. The new rebirth cycle is about to begin. None of us will be around to see the end or the start of the new 1,000 years. None of us will. But something will happen. The end of the last 1,000 years was the starting of finding this new world. Yes, sir, Razor. Love you guys, brother. You take care. I want to put the fork in the toaster and lick it. You take care of yourself, Sky. The only way to truly, I mean, the idea of prepping, the idea of survival is not going out in the woods and rubbing two sticks together. That's never going to happen. Correct, Razor. Correct. Yeah. You know, prepping, survival, rebirth of knowledge has been bastardized so much. It's a wonderful idea to think that, oh, I'm going to be the last lone wolf fighting for my survival. No. Fighting for survival is keeping your head and your body out of the burning pits of the new world order, the new regime that's going to happen. Being able to think outside the box and not listen to what the world tells you to think, what the world tells you to be. Right? This mindset of people strapping a backpack to their back and walking off into the woods. That's a childhood dream. That's a childhood it's kids playing pretend. The end of the world is never going to happen. It's going to change. It's going to evolve. Or de-evolve. You don't know. we've had this social structure of life for far too long. If the world truly breaks, there's not going to be that much of humanity to survive. Most likely we will de-evolve society-wise. Because if the world goes down, there's not enough people that's going to be able to rebuild it. The collapse is a string effect. People want chaos, but they want order. People want to be free, but they want to follow. They need somebody. They need an idea to follow. They need a sense of purpose. Somebody to tell them, good boy, good girl, you're doing the right thing. I don't even know if Aquarius can save us. The world has become so corrupt in the past 20 years that we have hindered our own self. Yeah, Razor. These last two generations will not be able to fix their own problem. These last two generations can't even save themselves. Correct, Razor. Correct. All right, everybody. I gotta get off here. Work's calling me. Um, but we will do this again tomorrow. But I love y'all. I am off tomorrow and Monday, so we can actually have a sit down live stream during the day. I love you, family. Y'all take care. Just like the FBI whistleblower said, make sure you're prepared. Have enough food. It only takes $1 or $5 a week to be prepared, because you are stocking. $5 a week does a lot. But make sure you stockpile spices, please. I don't want you to stockpile beans and rice and everything. I want you to stockpile spices, because spices changes everything. But until then, I love y'all. I'll make a short on the basic spices you stockpile. All right? I love y'all. Take care, family.